This is the X Sports Network.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Comprehensive care with a compassionate touch. That will always be the guarantee at Encompass Healthcare in Etheridge, Tennessee. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or weight loss treatments, the team at Encompass is equipped to serve your needs today. The doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Fridays. Make an appointment with providers Kendra Brown, Tori Cox, or Ellie Brown today. That's Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, next door to Chapman Tire.
'Cause when I cross that county line, just off Highway 49, it all makes perfect sense. Man, I live for this.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all. For your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
There's no job too big or too small for Gonzalez Lawn and Landscapes. Owner Chris Gonzalez works hard to make your commercial or residential properties one of the neighbors will envy. You won't find a lower price anywhere else, and that's a guarantee. We offer mowing, landscape removal, small construction jobs, and more. Our team is licensed and insured to ensure the best work for Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Your satisfaction is our goal. We won't leave until you're happy. Call today to set up a free quote.
This is the X Sports Network.
And everybody, welcome in here to Etheridge Elementary School Gym for the 12th annual Summertown Smackdown. Michael Marks alongside with my producer Taylor Plott, and we have a quartet of games to get through today here at Etheridge. We'll start off with the one you're watching now. We got Collinwood and Lewis County coming up, followed by Lewis County and Hampshire. And then following that, Perry County and Hampshire, and then Perry County LCHS. We'll go over some lineups real quick, starting off first for Collinwood. Just a quick read-through of the roster. We got number 6, Chelsea Rimmer, number 9, Candace Luker, number 10, Miley Wright, number 12, Scotty Beth Martin, number 13, Claire Scott, number 14, Sadie Powell, number 16, Brinley Gaston, number 18, Ellie Robertson, number 20, Zaylee Daniels, number 21, Zaylee Allen, number 23, Sarah Creasy, and number 25, Brinley Hunt. Number 28, Breeley Pig. Number 31, Breland Bullard. Number 45, Jordan Andrews, and number 55, Olivia Daniel. And for Lewis County, the Panthers, number 2, Reagan Riley. Number 4, Kinley Keltner. Number 5, Annalie Walker. Number 6, Sophie Stutz. Number 7, Lyric Inman. Number 8, Briley Marshall. Number 10, Bailey Quidder. Number 11, Carmen Rice. Number 12, Jaslyn Connor. Number 14, Carly Couch. Number 17, Michaela Dodson. Number 18, Emery Norris. Number 22, Madison Wheeler. And number 25, Aubrey Turner. Now again, the Summertown Smackdown, it is best 2 out of 3 sets. You got 75 minutes to play. As we'll get started here in a second. Again, Collinwood in the home white uniforms with green numerals here on our near side, and then on the far side, Lewis County in their road black and gold. Again, these are just exhibition games, so you're going to see teams trying things out they may or may not use in the season just to see what works. And also going on over at Summertown Elementary School, we got Mount Pleasant and Loretto at 4. At 5:15, LCHS and Loretto, and then Mount Pleasant, Collinwood, and then Battle Creek, Collinwood. So a collection of schools across southern Middle Tennessee meet here in Summertown, Etheridge area this first weekend right before school gets in to finally face someone else other than yourself in practice. Always a good time here at the Smackdown. And on the court for Collinwood, we got number 23, Sarah Creasy. I believe that is number 20, Zaylee Daniels. Number 21, Zaylee Allen. Number 45, Jordan Andrews. Number 13, Claire Scott. As we look to get started here. And the Collinwood libero in green, and for Lewis County in pink. Sadie Powell also on the court for Collinwood. So we'll get started here. Creasy sends it over. Dug out there by Dodson. And sending it over is Stutz back to Collinwood. Sent back over. Set up there by Couch. Back over, dug out there by Scott. Allen. And sent right back to her. She poke it over. And ball caught up in the net, back up in the air. Scott sets it up. And sent back over there by Creasy. Lewis County, and that will be the first point here. A little strong from Stutz there on the return. And Collinwood up 1-0. Creasy with the serve again. And that one is going to be an ace there for Creasy as she sneaks it in. Dodson thought it was on the line there, but very good serve there by Creasy. She'll send it back over. Dug out there by Dodson. Now sent back over there by Quitter. Dug out by Scott. And Collinwood still retains. Sends it back over. That was Andrews. That was Quitter, and in with the kill. Bailey Quitter. And Lewis County getting a little energy here. Still trail 2-1 as Jaslyn Connor will serve for the Panthers. Sends it over, dug out there by Powell. Now Andrews dug out there by Connor. Now sent back over. That's Creasy. Now to Allen, sends it over. Dug out by the Panthers. That's Stutz. Now back over to Creasy as that one's going to go out. And Lewis County's tied it up. Two is your score. Connor to serve again. Sends it over. Andrews. Now over to Creasy. Andrews. And another point there for Lewis County, as it looked like Stutz got her hand on that one for the block. Connor sends it over. Dug out by Powell. Set up by Creasy. Andrews tips it over. Dug out by the Panthers. And they're just going to send it back over to Scott. Scott now to Creasy. And tried to poke it over was Daniels. Stutz will send it back over. Daniels. Set up by Creasy. Daniels just going to get it back over. Now back to the Panthers, back and forth. That one dug out there by Scott. Now Allen. Can't get that one there. And sent over a bullet right there from Connor. And Lewis County 4 straight as they've taken control of this one 4-2 here in the early going. Connor to serve, gets it over. Now Creasy gets it over to Andrews. She'll poke it over. Dug out there by the Panthers. And poked over and out. As Collinwood gets possession back. Clubs coming in here for the Trojans. That's number 28, Breeley Pig. As Zaylee Allen will take a seat. Pig will serve, gets it over. Dug out by Dodson. Now it's going to be sent back over by Quitter. Scott sets up Powell. And dug out there by Dodson again. Quitter going to get it over. Now Creasy sets up Daniels. Allen dug out there by the Panthers. And a little miscommunication there between Dodson and Connor. As we're tied back up at 4. Pig with a long serve, and that one's going to go out of the back end. Lewis County takes back the lead. And Lewis County, part 1 of a quartet of games we got. And they'll send it over. Scott not going to be able to save it there as it goes into the Collinwood bench. Off a deflection from Powell. It's 6-4 Lewis County. That's number 4, Kinley Keltner, serving here for the Panthers. We got a little miscommunication with the official here. Keltner gets it over, dug out by Scott. Now Creasy sets up Allen. She gets it over. Dug out by Creasy. Tried to save there, and a good job there by Andrews and Scott to get it back over for the Trojans. On a block right there from Daniels. And Collinwood gets possession back as Scott will take a seat for Candace Luker. Number 9 makes her first appearance. Serve there by Daniels. And an ace right there for Collinwood as they tied it back up. Zaylee Daniels there with the ace. And we're tied up at 6. 66 minutes remaining. Now Lewis County trying to answer back. And an errant hit right there from number 14, Sadie Powell. And Lewis County regains the lead. Daniels goes out. Scott comes back in. As it's Bailey Quitter serving for the Panthers, and a good serve just gets over the net. And off the deflection there from Luker, it'll go out into the Collinwood bench. 8-6 Lewis County. Quitter to serve once again for the Panthers. Sends it over, dug out by Scott. Set up by Creasy. And Andrews to poke it over. Now Lewis County trying to regain position, and a block there by Luker and Powell. Panthers get it back. And they'll send it back over. That was Connor. Now Luker. Back corner does not stay in, though. A 3-point lead now built up by the Panthers. Quitter to serve again. Gets it over, dug out by Scott. Didn't get a good hand on it. And that's going to be an ace there for the Panthers. We got a timeout, Collinwood. We'll take it with you. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jeff Overton, pastor of Mars Hill Baptist Church. And it's that time of year again where the hallways of the schools come alive with life. We love hearing the children go back, their laughter, their squeals, the excitement. And we want you to know at Mars Hill Baptist Church, we're praying for you as you start back to school. Whether you're in the kindergarten and starting your very first day, or whether this is your senior year, it's the last time you're going to walk the halls of that high school. We want you to know we're praying for you and we're supporting you. We're praying you have a great, productive year, a safe year, and when you come to the end of this school year, you look back and say, what a great year it's been. I also like to encourage you. We have a great children and student ministries at Mars Hill Baptist Church, and we'd love to come alongside you and help you grow in that area of your life as well. So as you begin this school year, begin knowing we're behind you, we support you, and we love you. God bless you.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Summertown Smackdown. Lewis County up 10-6 here early. As Quitter sends it over. Scott gets it over to Luker. She'll hit it over. Good job there by Dodson to save that one. And another good play there. Oh, wow, heads-up play there from Sadie Powell. She caught the Panther defense sleeping. And a little bit of life here for Collinwood as Scotty Beth Martin checks in the ball game for Sarah Creasy. Jordan Andrews is serving. Andrews sends it over. Dug out there by Quitter. Over to Connor. Poked over by Couch. Dug out there by the Trojans. Luker. Got blocked there at the net. 11-7. Good block right there by Briley Marshall, number 8 for the Panthers. Dug out there by Martin. Over to Pig, back over. And a kill right there from Carly Couch as Lewis County off to a hot start here in this one. As they lead 12-7. Another serve there by the Panthers. Dug out by Pig, pardon, Martin. Powell sends it back over. Now to the Panthers. That's Marshall. Andrews sends it over to Powell. Hard hit right there, and Dodson couldn't dig it out. Another kill there for Sadie Powell. Now Powell will serve. As Allen back in the game for the Trojans. Connor sends it over to Marshall with the kill right there. Just tapped it over the Trojan defense, 13-8. Sophie Stutz back in the game for the Panthers. As it is Carly Couch serving. And she gets the ace right there, 15-8. Pardon, 14-8. As Couch is back to serve again. She'll send it over, dug out by Powell. Andrews, it's over to Allen. She'll just send it over. Dug out there by Quitter. And Stutz tried to get over, got blocked, and somehow got it back over. Andrews just pokes it over. Saved right there by Quitter. Luker over to Andrews. Now back to Allen. Fight for it at the net, won by the Trojans. That's Scott. Now to Andrews. Martin will send it back over. That is Keltner to dig it out. Now Marshall just sends it up. Powell over to Andrews. And now Allen. Good job right there by Quitter to dig it out. And a little quick poke play there by Connor doesn't work. Collinwood with possession. And a kill right there from Jaslyn Connor. Caught Allen in the air, and she had nothing to do with it. Now 15-8 your score. Lewis County with all the momentum early. Sent over there by Couch, dug out by Scott. Andrews. Now to Luker with the kill. Collinwood trying to build on and go on a run of their own, as Lewis County's been doing all game. Daniels back in as Martin will take a seat. Luker to serve. Good job digging it out there by Keltner. And now Stutz will send it over. Allen can't get it over the net. 16-8 your score. Lewis County with the lead here in the first set as they've come out firing on all cylinders early. Marshall to serve. Gets it over Powell. Oh, and a good job right there by Andrews just to get it back over the net. And blocked there by Martin. As we're going back and forth now. Collinwood into double digits now with 10. As Martin gets the block and now will serve. gets it over. Dug out by Keltner. Now Stutz. Andrews tries to poke it over for Collinwood. A good job right there by Connor as Allen sends it back over. On a block there by Andrews, but Quitter gets the kill. 17-10 here, first set. Mount Pleasant and Loretto in action over at Summertown Elementary School. We're here at Etheridge. As Lewis County with the serve. Andrews will send it back over. Quitter. Now to Connor, back to Quitter. Dug out by Allen. Now Creasy, back to Allen. And batted around, and Lewis County lets it fall as they had already hit it 3 times. As Allen gets the kill there for the Trojans. She'll serve. Allen gets it over. On a bad hit there off of Couch. And that'll be an ace there for Allen. She'll go back to serve again. 17-12 is your score. Lewis County with the lead. And another ace right there from Zaylee Allen, back to back. And giving the Collinwood faithful a little something to cheer about here. Allen back to serve. Dug out by Dodson. Now Quitter. Over to Couch. Dug out there by Creasy. Andrews. And over to Powell. Dug out by Dodson. And sent over there. Couch out the back. And that will be another point for Collinwood as they've got a little run here going. Now only down 3. Sub for Lewis County as Keltner comes in. And now Allen will serve. Gets it over, dug out by Dodson. Now over to Stutz. Good job right there by Andrews to save it. Now over to Powell. J.D. Powell dug out by Dodson. Set up. And now dug out by Scott. Andrews over to Powell. Dug out there, and the Panthers just trying to get it back over. It might be a little long. Get dug out by Scott. Creasy over to Powell. And a kill there from Sadie Powell. And Collinwood's cut it to 2. They've been on a roll here with Zaylee Allen serving. Allen gets it back over. Dug out there by Keltner. Set up by Connor. And Powell sends it back over. Connor over to Keltner. Powell. Creasy just pokes it over. Now Connor over to Stutz. Blocked there by Sadie Powell as she's having an incredible game. Collinwood trails by 1. Timeout, Lewis County. We'll take it with you. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
At CNB Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, CNB Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with CNB Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with CNB Linen.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Summertown Smackdown here at Etheridge Elementary School. Michael Marks bringing you this action here between Collinwood and Lewis County. And another ace right there from Zaylee Allen, her 3rd here in just the last couple of points. As she's tied this one back up at 17 as Collinwood is on a huge run here. Allen to serve once again. Gets it over, dug out by Keltner. Now over to Connor. Stutz sends it over, dug out by Scott. Creasy sends it over to Powell. And that one's going to go a little bit long. Lewis County gets the lead back. Checking in the game for Collinwood, Breeley Pig. And Allen will take a seat for the Lady Trojans. Dug out there by Powell. Now Creasy. Daniels to get it back over. Dug out by Keltner. Connor sets it up. And a good hit right there by Couch. Dug out by Scott. Now over to Powell. Dug out there by the Panthers. And a bang play there. As Lewis County gets the kill, and their lead grows to 2. It's been as much as 7 here in the early going of this first set. That is Stutz to serve. She'll get it over. Pig. Now Creasy sends it over to Powell. And a good job right there by Keltner. Couch will send it over. Now Pig. Creasy sets it up for Daniels. And that one's going to ricochet out. As Zaylee Daniels gets the kill there. 19-18. Daniels will serve now for the Lady Trojans. Gets it over, dug out by Marshall. And now Couch gets blocked there, met at the net by Andrews and Luker. We're tied back up. We're coming to the close here of this first set. Daniels gets it over. Daniels tries to set it up there, just a little bit off the wrists. As that's going to drop on the Collinwood side to give Lewis County the lead back. Scott and Daniels out. That is Bailey Quitter to serve for Lewis County. Panthers come in and shown some fight here early. Dug out by Pig. Scott tries to set it up, and Powell's just going to get it back over. Dodson. Connor sends it over to Keltner, who hits it out. And we're tied back up at 20. Subs for Collinwood as Scotty Beth Martin will check in for Creasy. Andrews to serve. Gets it over, dug out by Couch. Or pardon, that's Quitter. Lewis County sends it back over. Andrews now sets up Powell. Powell, the hard slam, but dug out there by the Panthers as Connor just gets it back over. Andrews. Now over to Martin. That one's going to be blocked. But it'll blocked out of bounds, though. And it will give Collinwood the lead back. As we're coming to the closing points here this first set. 21-20, Collinwood leads. Quitter had to tie her shoe there for the Panthers. And Jordan Andrews will send it over. Quitter. Now Connor will set it back up for Couch. Couch dug out by Scott. Andrews now back over to Powell as she gets it in as she is having an amazing first match here for Collinwood. Some real power there. As Andrews to serve. Gets it over, dug out by Dodson. And now Couch, or Connor, pardon, can't do anything with it. And Lewis County will take their last time out. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tenakee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tenakee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit Tenakee.com.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment. Not for profit, for service.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Etheridge Elementary. Collinwood Lewis County action here at the Summertown Smackdown as Andrews will send it into the net and give Lewis County, the serve back as they trail 23-21. Lewis County's led for a majority of this first set, but some fight shown from the Trojanettes has gotten them back into this one with the 2-point lead. Sent over by the Panthers. Pig dug it out. Now over to Martin. Now Couch. Dug out by Andrews. Trying to save it does Luker. And Pig gets it over the net. Connor. Pig digs it out. Andrews. Over to Powell, who sends it out the back. And Lewis County's cut this one to 1. 23-22. Again, you got to win by 2. It's first to 25, winning by 2. Panthers send it over, dug out by Pig. And Martin tries to save it, can't. And we are tied back up at 23. Again, Collinwood does have one timeout remaining if they do so choose to use it here in this first set. Dug out there by by Pig. Now Marshall. Dug out by Pig again. Powell just sends it back over. Connor pokes it over. Luker almost hits it back to her own team. That's Couch. Marshall blocked there by Luker. Panthers save it, get it back over. Andrews. Martin sets up Powell. Dug out there by Quitter. Now Couch gets blocked by Luker again. Luker to Andrews. Back to Luker. She gets blocked again by Couch. Sends it back over. Now Connor sets up Couch again, and that's going to ricochet off a couple of Trojanettes before it lands. That's another kill right there from Couch. And Lewis County 1 point away from the victory as Collinwood will take their last time out. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back, Lewis County with the serve and a chance to win. Sent over. Pig digs it out. Andrews sets up Powell. Powell dug out there by Quitter. Connor sets up Couch, who just hits it back over and out the back. And we're tied back up at 24. Neither one of these teams showing any bit of giving up. As now Powell will serve here for the Trojanettes. Sends it over. Dug out by Keltner. Over to Marshall off the side of the hand. Dug out. Send over Luker with the tap. It's Collinwood. Now up 125-24. Now they're a point away from the victory. Powell to serve again. Had an excellent first set. She sends it over Keltner. Now over to Connor. Lady Panthers just send it over. Andrews over to Allen. And it drops for the kill. Collinwood takes the first set here. 26-24. Off the kill from Zaylee Allen. And that will do it here for our first set. We'll be back in a moment here with the second set here on the X Sports Network.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, His mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
Pat's Cafe and Catering has been proudly serving customers in Lawrenceburg since 1987. For 4 generations, our family-run cafe has served up delicious breakfast and lunch favorites, with friendly service and a welcoming atmosphere. We also offer full-service catering and can help to make your next party or event a success. For great food and friendly faces, visit us today at Pat's Cafe and Catering.
Good Works at Home, formerly known as the Summit at Home, is a licensed non-skilled agency dedicated to helping you maintain your independence at home for as long as possible. Our compassionate and caring staff provide support in various areas, including dressing, bathing, personal hygiene, transportation, cleaning, and companionship. Please call our office about services, payment options, and long-term care policies at 931-762-2310. We look forward to assisting you with keeping your independence longer.
Here at Fields & Brown Barbershop, legacy means a lot. We're trying to fill big shoes left by my 2 uncles and my grandfather, where every haircut came with conversation and every customer left a little taller than when they walked in. The barbershop is about pride. It's about knowing your barber knows your name and your story. Come see us at Fields & Brown Barbershop, where tradition never goes out of style. 3 generations, 1 legacy, your barbershop.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Summertown Smackdown at Etheridge Elementary School. I'm Michael Marks. As we got some good high-intensity action going here between Collinwood and Lewis County. Lewis County had control of most of the first set, but some late set resiliency by the Trojanettes gave them the win 26-24 as they lead this one 1-0. Again, this is best 2 out of 3 sets as our scoreboard's just gone off. Maybe keeping score on this one by hand. And we're back. Again, coming up at 5:15, we'll have Lewis County and Hampshire. As Collinwood will get a little break and head over to the elementary school where they'll face Mount Pleasant and Battle Creek. And we'll get started here. Lewis County will start with the serve. Jaslyn Connor back there to serve for the Panthers. And we are underway in the second set. Andrews over to Creasy. Now Daniels tries to tap it over. Really good diving play there. I believe that was Couch. Pardon, that was Quitter. Creasy just tries to send it over. Dug out there by Marshall. Dug out there by Powell. A little miscommunication there by some Trojanet players. Scott digs it out. Creasy over to Allen. Allen had a big game, or a big set last set with 3 aces, but can't get that one over the net there. As Lewis County gets us started with the scoring. That's Connor. Now Daniel sends it back over. Connor sets up Quitter, who just sends it back over. Scott. Creasy. And a good job there by Scott to get it back over. Connor sets up Quitter, who just pushes it back over. Creasy. Daniels just sends it up in the air. And she ran into the net. And Lewis County will take a 2-0 lead here in the second set. Again, each of these games 75 minutes. It's best 2 out of 3 sets. And that's sent over by the Panthers. Creasy. Now to Daniels, who slams it in for the kill and gets Collinwood on the board. As now Sarah Creasy will serve for the Trojanettes. Gets it over, dug out there by Marshall. To Connor. Sent over and off the hands of Powell. Ricochet out of bounds. 3-1 Panthers. Again, pretty similar to what we saw last set. Lewis County coming out firing on all cylinders. As now Sophie Stutz to serve. Stutz gets it over for the Panthers, dug out by Andrews. Sends it over to Creasy. And now Allen will send it back over. Connor to Couch. And out of bounds. Point to Collinwood. Again, we got Smackdown coverage over at Summertown Elementary School, where you got Mount Pleasant taking on Loretto, the defending Class A state champs. As Lewis County gets it over. Powell just gets that one over, and a good job there by Couch to save it. Quitter gets it back over. Creasy to Powell. And gets the kill. Sadie Powell had a big first set, and she looks to continue that energy over here to the second set as Collinwood's tied it back up at 3. Now another one of the stars from that first set, Zaylee Allen, to serve for Collinwood. And doing what she does best, another ace, her 4th. As Collinwood takes their first lead here in the second set. Again, Allen had 3 aces in the first set, all in one turn. Allen gets it over for Collinwood, dug out by Dodson, and that's going to ricochet off the back of her wrist. And another kill there for Allen, and she's up to 5. And Collinwood's lead has grown to 2. Allen to serve once again. And not 3 straight aces as Couch will get it back over, dug out by Allen. Scott sends it over to Powell, who just hit it back over. And that's going to go out of bounds as that one's going to go off the side of her wrist. Point Lewis County. Allen will take a break, and Pig will come in for Collinwood. That's number 28, Breeley Pig. As is now Bailey Quitter to serve for the Panthers. She'll send it over, dug out by Scott. And not a soft enough touch there by Scott, as it'll drop in front of Sadie Powell for the ace. Quitter to serve once again as we're tied back up at 5. And Pig. An errant hit right there by Creasy. And just like that, 3 straight points here for the Panthers, and they've retaken the lead. Quitter with the serve here for the Panthers. Dug out by Scott, and another errant hit. And now 4 straight for Lewis County, and we got a timeout. Collinwood, we'll take it with you. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes...
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Summertown Smackdown here. Lewis County, 4 straight points as they've taken the lead back from Collinwood. I'm Michael Marks here bringing you this high school volleyball action as Creasy sends it back over. Now Connor to Marshall. Sent back over by the Panthers. Scott and Powell with the kill right there. Didn't go full power with the spike right there, but sent it over just enough to drop in front of the Panther defense. As now Zaylee Daniels to serve. She had an ace of her own in the last set. Send it over. Dodson digs it out. Connor. Sent back over by Lewis County, and an errant hit right there by Pig. And point back to Lewis County. 8-6 is their lead. Again, Lewis County led the majority of the first set. Some late set magic from Collinwood gave them the victory in the first set. Now Pig sends it up to Creasy. Now Luker with the spike, dug out there by Quitter. Now Couch, dug out by Creasy. Set up by Andrews. Powell, dug out by Dodson all the way up near the ceiling. Connor, now to Couch, pokes it over. Scott. Creasy sets up Powell. And that one's going to go long and out the back. 9-6 lead for Lewis County now. Panthers send it over. Scott couldn't get it to anybody as that will drop in for the ace. Lewis County trying to build up another big lead here. They led by as much as 7 in the first set. Scott over to Creasy. Now Luker just going to have to poke it back over. Connor sends it to Couch. Creasy. Andrews will send it over to a little miscommunication there between Powell and Pig, as Pig will hit it into the net. 11-6 is the Panther lead. Pig over to Scott, and Powell just poke it over. Now Quitter sets up Marshall right there for the spike. That's going to go out the back, though. Point to Collinwood. That's going to bring up Jordan Andrews to serve. For the Trojanettes, she'll get it over, and a beautiful serve right there for Andrews. She gets the ace. Just sent it over the net, dropped her right in front of Dodson. Andrews to serve again. Another good serve, dug out by Quitter. Connor sets up Marshall, he pokes it over. Powell hits it where nobody is, and that's going to be another point for Lewis County. Off of some more Collinwood miscommunications as Stutz will come back in the game. Serve there by Couch as that's going to go out of bounds. And point to Collinwood, 12-9's the score. Sadie Powell to serve. As Pig will take a seat. That was Martin to set that up. Over to Connor. Now Stutz with the kill. Stutz just reared back, got some air under it. And sent it down hard. 13-9 Lewis County with the lead. As it's Briley Marshall with the serve. Scott over to Andrews, now Allen. Oh, good job right there saving it by the Panthers. As Collinwood playing a little hot potato there to getting it back over. And a block there by Martin. And I believe we had someone run into the net there. I believe it was Quitter there for Lewis County running into the net. 13-10's your score. as Cadence Luker here to serve for the Trojanettes. Good serve. Connor over to Stutz. Powell dig it out. Andrews. Allen dug out there by the Panthers. Stutz sends it back over. And they're going to say that was in. There's a beautiful hit right there by Stutz. Gives her another kill. Keltner will take a seat for the Lady Panthers as Jaslyn Connor here to serve. Connor sends it over, dug out by Scott. Andrews sets up Martin, who sends it over. That's Connor. Sets up Stutz. Andrews now digs it out. Allen will send it back over. Oh, a good job right there by Marshall to dig it out, but it goes right back into the net. And a point for Collinwood. Scotty Beth Martin here to serve for the Trojanettes. They trail 14-11. And an ace right there from Scotty Beth Martin. Beautiful serve right there where nobody was. As Collinwood's cut their deficit to 2. Martin tries to drop it in there in front of Dodson again. Connor sets it up. Now Quitter sends it back over. Andrews sets up Allen with the kill. Zaylee Allen another kill and a 1-point deficit here for Collinwood. Scotty Beth Martin to serve once again. Gets it over. Connor. Over to Quitter with the kill. Bailey Quitter with her 3rd kill. And it's giving Lewis County a 2-point advantage once again as Sophie Stutz is coming up to serve. Stutz with the serve. Dug out by Andrews. Creasy back to Andrews. He'll just send it back over. Now Marshall. Connor setting up Quitter. And a good save right there by Scott and Powell. As nobody there. It looked like Allen and Daniels had a little miscommunication there about who was supposed to take that one. 16-13. Stutz still serving. Sends it over. Andrews. Creasy. Back to Andrews. He'll poke it over. Right in the middle of everybody. Found the soft spot in that Panther defense and dropped it in for the kill. And that's going to put Pig back there. Breeley Pig to serve. She'll send it over. Dug out there by Quitter. Now Connor. Send it over there to Couch. Drops right in front of Scott, who sends it back up. Powell. Hard spike there out of the back, though. Point Lewis County. And we're getting to the middle portion of this match. Quitter to serve for Lewis County. She'll send it over. Pig. Daniels. Another little bit of miscommunication there from Collinwood. Now Connor to Marshall. Blocked right there. Now Scott digs it out. Creasy sets up Andrews. And a good save right there by Connor. And that's going to go out there off of Marshall. Point to Collinwood. 17-15 your score. Daniels to serve here for Collinwood. And into the net. As Daniels will take a seat and Luker back in. 17-15 your score. Andrews digs it out. Creasy over to Luker with the spike. Dug out there by the Panthers. Marshall. Powell. Creasy back to Powell. Blocked. Good block there by Connors. She sets up. Marshall pokes it over. Creasy saves it. Luker sets up Powell. And dug out there by the Lady Panthers. Couch sends it over. Deflected. And a good save right there by Pig. Creasy just sends it back over. Dodson with it. Connor. And a little bit of a long serve. Marshall gets it back over. Saved by Powell. Creasy sets up Andrews, who gets it back over. Dug out by Couch. Now Connor's just going to poke it back over. Luker. And that's going to go over the head of Creasy, who came crashing in hard. 18-15 now, the Lewis County lead. Again, this is the part in the last set where, part 19-15 is your score. The point of the match where Lewis County kind of let Collinwood get back into it. Scott digs it out. Creasy. Luker will send it back over. Dug out there by Couch, over to Connor, back to Couch. Dug out by Scott. Luker will send it back over. That was Quitter right there. And Connor finds the soft spot in the Collinwood defense, drops it in. And they're the first of 20. Timeout Collinwood. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in auto owners insurance. Auto owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the auto owner's policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretta, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Etheridge Elementary. Coming out of the Collinwood timeout, they need some points, and they need them fast, as they are trailing this one 20-15. As Lewis County has held control of this match pretty much the whole way through. Again, 22 minutes to go in this match. Scott sets it over to Creasy. Andrews sends it over. Off the net, and couldn't control it there was Connor. And Andrews with another kill, and she'll go to serve. Andrews does have an ace this match, or this set, pardon. And I'd love for a couple more. Sends it over. Dug out by Connor. Or pardon, that was Quitter. Quitter will send it back over. Scott. Over to Andrews. And Luker with the spike, but blocked there and sent back by Carly Couch. Couch has been a force there up in the net, as Dodson will come back out for Stutz. 21-16 is the score. Couch to serve, and that's going to drop in. They're going to say it was in. Couch with the ace there. Her second. And Lewis County's getting closer to winning this second set. As Couch to serve. Couch. That's going to go out the back. Point for Collinwood. And Sadie Powell to serve now for the Trojanettes. Powell sends it over. And that's going to go out of bounds. Back and forth we go. And a spot in this game where you couldn't have an error for Collinwood. They had one. Marshall back to serve. Sends it over, dug out by Allen. Powell. And now Martin sends it back over. Stutz. And that's going to be out. Point for Collinwood. As it is Candace Luker's turn to serve here. She'll send it over. Dug out by Dodson. Now Marshall. Get it over to Keltner, who gets it over to Martin. Andrews sets up Martin with a hard spike, and they can't control it. Pardon. No, they can't, as Stutz goes flying into the scorer's table. Point for Collinwood. Martin with the kill there. And it's a 5-point game now. Luker to serve once again. She'll send it over. Saved there by the Panthers, and Connor tries to sneak it over. Andrews tries the same thing, and now Connor sets up. Quitter blocked there by Daniels, and that's going to go out of bounds. Point to Collinwood. And just when you think they're left for dead, they come right back. 3-point game. Luker with the serve. She'll send it over. Connor. And Keltner's just going to send it back over. Pardon, that was Marshall. Andrews. Now to Daniels. Marshall there with the save. Connor over to Quitter, and that's going to be in. 24-23 is your score as Quitter with another kill there, her fourth this set. Jaslyn Connor hoping to have the first and last serves of this set as Lewis County just 1 point away. Scott over to Andrews. And Allen will send it over. And Quitter blocked right there by Daniels. Allen sets it back up in the air. Andrews set up Allen. And that's blocked back down and in by Stutz. And Lewis County takes the second set. We got a third set coming up here in a minute. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
Want to take the next steps in taking care of your health? Tennessee Valley Allergy Services can make your goals a reality. Their team of doctors, nurses, and medical professionals are dedicated to providing allergy care and treatment, such as drops and shots, to fit your exact needs. Their expert services are for anyone ages 2 and older. Whether you struggle with environmental or food allergies, they've got you covered. Discover a better you at Tennessee Valley Allergy Services, located right next to the Zaxby's in Lawrenceburg. Book online or call 931-325-0757 to schedule your appointment today.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the square.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Carriers has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay now starting at $20 per hour, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website, southeastcarriers.com, or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back out here to Etheridge Elementary School. The Summertown Smackdown here between Collinwood and Lewis County. We're here in a third set, winner take all. Collinwood took the first set 26-24. Lewis County took the second set 25-20. And Lewis County will start the scoring off here, as that ball went off the backboard here on the basketball goals. And Jaslyn Connor to serve for the Panthers. She'll send it over, dug out by Powell. Creasy sets up Andrews, who pokes it over. Dodson. And Allen will poke it back over for Collinwood. Now Connor. Sent back over by Lewis County, dug out by Powell. Scott sets up Allen, who sends it back over to Dodson. Connor sent back over. And a diving play by Powell, but she can't save it. And another kill there for Lewis County. And they're up 2-0 early here in the third and final set. Again, still 15 minutes remaining. And that was going to be dug out by Powell. Back into the net, and Collinwood not getting anything to go their way early as they trail 3-0. But props to Lewis County. I mean, this game doesn't go on anybody's record, but you can't tell from the way both of these teams are playing. Connor to serve. Scott. Set up. Creasy actually just sent it back over. Now Connor to Stutz out the back, and Collinwood gets on the board. And now Zaylee Allen. 3 aces in the first set, 2 in the second. Looks to keep that going here in the third. Dug out by Dodson. Connor. Now Quitter. Almost drops it in there. Good job by Andrews just to hit that one back over. Stutz. Daniels saves it. And back over Collinwood sends it. Stutz sets up Quitter. Dug out by Creasy. Andrews sets up Powell, who just sent it back over. There goes Marshall there. Connor. And another kill out there for Lewis County. They are off to a great start here in the third set. Again, a winner-take-all, best 2 out of 3. Lewis County off to a great start here in the third set. They'll send it over. Dug out by Powell. Creasy sends it over. Now dug out by Pig. Set up by Creasy. And sent over by Powell. Connor sets it back up. Quitter gets that kill in. And it's 5-1 Lewis County. Bailey Quitter with her 5th kill. She's been one of the MVPs here for this Lewis County squad. Stutz, with the serve. Gets it over. Diving save there by Pig. Daniels pokes it over. Connor trying to save it. And a good job there by Couch. Creasy sets up Daniels, who poke it back over. Now Quitter over to Couch, who sends it back over. Powell saves it. Creasy sets up Scott, who sends it back over. Now Connor. Back over to Quitter for the kill. Bailey Quitter's been huge in this third set. Timeout Collinwood. We'll take it with him. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
Out of the Collinwood timeout, it is Sophie Stutz to serve for Lewis County as they've opened up this third set with a 6-1 advantage. Stutz sends it over. Powell saves it. And Lewis County tried to send it back over, and they do another kill as everything is going their way in this third set. Again, Collinwood won the first set. 26-24, Lewis County had control most of that set. Lewis County had control of the entire second set, won that one 25-20, and already out to a 7-1 advantage. Powell, though, gets blocked by Couch. Couch will set it back up, now to Connor. And Quitter just punches it over and gets it in. Bailey Quitter saves it. Any ball she hits is finding the ground. 8-1. Quitter with her 7th kill. Now Stutz, serve, into the net. Point Collinwood. As Luca will come in for Scott and Zaylee Daniels to serve for the Trojanettes as they're looking for any bit of momentum here in the third set. Sent over. Dodson digs it out. Connor sets up Couch. And anything Lewis County is hitting is just finding the ground. As Couch gets another kill. As Bailey Quitter now to serve. 9-2 is your score. Lewis County with the lead. 9.5 minutes remaining here in this match. Coming up next at around 5:15, we'll have Lewis County. They'll stay on and play Hampshire. Luker sends it back over. Saved by Lewis County and Dodson. Creasy sets up Luker, who pokes it back over. And too many Panthers collapse on that one as Luker gets the kill. And now Jordan Andrews to serve. Here for the Trojanettes, as they're looking to get back into this one. Andrews sends it over. Quitter digs it out over to Connor. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Point Collinwood. Back-to-back points for the Trojanettes. Andrews to serve again. Sends it over. Quitter digs it out over to Connor. Now Marshall. Blocked there by Luker. She hits it back up. Andrews gets it back, send it up, and Scott will send it over. Connor sets up Couch. Blocked by Luker. And a point for Collinwood, 9-5. As they're seeming to get a little bit of momentum here in the third set. Andrews to serve. Sends it over, dug out there by the Panthers. Connor sets up Marshall. And Martin there hit it out. Point to Lewis County. Lewis County to serve. Martin. Pig. And Martin will send it back over. Might be a bit long. And ball going all over the place. And Marshall can't save it for Lewis County, as that's going to drop in for a Collinwood point. Pig out. Zaylee Allen in. Along the front line there with Martin and Luker. Powell to serve. Connor sets up Marshall, and that one's going to go out the back. Point Collinwood, and they've cut it to 3. 10-7's your score. Powell back to serve once again. Powell sends that one long, and point back to Lewis County, 11-7. And Carly Couch back to serve for the Panthers as Stutz comes back in on the front line there along with Connor and Marshall. And an ace right there from Couch. That's her third. As the Panthers inch closer and closer to a first victory here of the Smackdown. And Couch will send that one long. Point back to Collinwood. Again, we got a ton of games here. We'll be back right after this one for Lewis County in Hampshire. And Mount Pleasant and Loretto and Lawrence County Loretto are going on over at Summertown Elementary School. As another point there for Collinwood. Luker gets the ace. Luker to serve once again. She'll send it over. A good one, and that's going to go hard off the hands of Keltner. Back-to-back aces. And Lewis County will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here. Luker retains the serve out of the Lewis County timeout. Dug out there by Keltner. And a good save there by Luker on the back line. Daniels will poke it over. Keltner. And Marshall will just send it back. Luker. Andrews set up Martin. And that one's going to go out the back. 13-10 now is the Collinwood score. Luker out, Scott in. As going back to serve is Briley Marshall. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. As Marshall sends that one off the back of Connor. Point Collinwood, 13-11. As Marshall didn't really get much air under that one. Into the back of her setter. Scotty Beth Martin now to serve for Collinwood. And she'll send it over. Dug out there by Keltner. And she'll send it back over. That's going to go out the back, though, 13-12. There's a little bit strong there from Keltner. Scotty Beth Martin to send it back over into the net, back to Lewis County. As she'll take a seat for Creasy, 14-12. And Keltner will take a seat for the Panthers. Connor to serve. And she ended the last set. Andrews, Creasy, back to Andrews, who pokes it over. Quitter. Back to Connor, back to Quitter, back over. Powell pokes it back over. Quitter to Connor. And blocked there by Daniels and down. 14-13. As this one's going to come down to the very end. And it's been a great match all three sets. Again, Collinwood took the first set 26-24. And Zaylee Allen here to serve. And that's who you want up if you're Collinwood. Connor pokes it back over, saved by Allen. And Daniels trying to get it back over, and it will not get over the net as Lewis County takes the third set and the match. As they win the third set 15-13 and take this one in 3 sets 2-1. We'll be back here in a few minutes for Lewis County and Hampshire. For Michael Marks and my producer Taylor Plott, this has been the Summertown Smackdown here on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.